Hey everyone, welcome back to another Mini-Sode, where today we'll be taking a look at Micro Machines. A remake of the NES classic, Micro Machines is a top-down arcade racer where up to 4 players compete against each other in races using really tiny vehicles, such as cars, boats, and bikes, across a handful of tracks that simulate kids playing with the titular toys. Some examples are like backyards, an attic, the kitchen, and more. Of course, Micro Machines does channel a little bit of Mario Kart by having weapon pickups to dominate your opponents, but you can turn these off if you wish. There's a few modes to play in, like your standard race, championship, and time attack, classic Micro Machines mode where you have to stay a screen ahead of your opponents, bomb tag, which is essentially hot potato, Micro GP, which is standard races but now with a third-person camera and time checkpoints, and the unlockable Micro Soccer, which is like Rocket League, but not as fun. All in all, it's a decent package and fun to play, with the only gripe I had being that controlling your tiny vehicle was a bit slippery, regardless of if you're using the D-pad or the analog stick. This might make winning championships a bit tough, but once you learn the tracks and their shortcuts, you'll be okay. Other than that, I'm surprised at how fun this game actually was, even if I'm terrible at it. Visually, this remake stays true to the aesthetic found in the original, with a few more polygons of course. The stages are nicely varied and look like an 8-year-old terrorized different places by drawing tracks on the ground and throwing their toys and things all over the place, which totally fits the toy line's theme. Meanwhile, this version's racers are a bit more animated than in the NES game, with some characters like a cop, an old man, Australian hunter, an old lady, and Frankenstein's monster, to name a few. Rolling into that, their voiceovers, while a bit on the repeating side, do fit the character designs, especially the comic book guy clone they've got in here.
Pick me for truth, for justice, for adventure.
For music, it's nice, upbeat tunes that, while may not be memorable, at least provide some nice background noise while you race. Micro Machines may not take the mantle from its original counterpart, but it's still a fun arcade racing experience, especially if you can get some friends over. As for availability, if you're here in the States, the PS2 version is your only option, although it is the same game that you see here, so you're not really missing out by getting the big green port. Unless you're into collecting import Xbox games, then by all means, pick up this tiny game that's big on fun. And with that, this is the Dali Popka, and as always, stay green, my friends. I'll see you next time.